Well, Steve, I've known Steve around the small business industry, if you like, in the area for probably the last 10 or 15 years. But I've got to know Steve better, obviously, the last probably 3 to 4 years through my involvement with the Melville Cockburn Chamber of Commerce as a councillor of the City of Cockburn. The City of Cockburn is a major sponsor of the Melville Cockburn Chamber of Commerce, and I was on the committee really as a representative for the City of Cockburn. So I got to meet Steve then through the committee, and also in quite a number of the social functions that were being put around in the local business community. And the last 12 months, since I became president of Melville Cockburn Chamber of Commerce, Steve, one of the first people that I wanted to continue his involvement through with the chamber, because of his history with the chamber, and also he's a very well known and respected local business identity in the area. And Steve was an enormous help to me, particularly as I was trying to restructure the chamber. It had gone through some difficult times, both financially as well as I guess from its own brand. And Steve was a very strong supporter of mine and the chamber as well. So that's where I got to sort of meet and get to know Steve better. And in the last 12 months, we've worked very closely together, and I'm pleased to to say that the chamber has prospered over that period of time, and Steve's made a great contribution as both the treasurer and secretary. Well, the feedback I get about Steve is that he's an extremely hard-working, dedicated committee member. In fact, I've often got to say to him, Steve, you need to slow down a little bit, take a breather, and give a bit of time. Because one of the things I find is I've seen it. I actually saw his diary recently at a meeting, and he had entries in the diary from 7 o'clock in the morning until about 9:30 at night. And I said to him, I made the comment, tongue-in-cheek comment, that I thought my diary was pretty bad until I've actually seen his. And he tells me he gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning and does his daily routine of exercising and works his butt off all day long. So my impression of Steve and the feedback I get from people that encounter him is that he's a very passionate and dedicated individual, and I guess his success is testament of his commitment to not only his own business, but also through COSBA, who's a representative, and he's actually our representative on COSBA, the Melville Cockburn Chamber of Commerce representative, and I know that the work he does for COSBA as well. So certainly not questioning. You can't question Steve's commitment to any task that he takes on. Well, for me, the way I would sum up Steve is that if I was in a difficult, tough bind, Steve would be the sort of bloke that I would want in my behind me or in my team. He's demonstrated all the qualities that I admire in people, and as I said, in the time that I've encountered him, both from a business point of view as well as socially, he comes across as being someone that is well respected, and people enjoy his company as well. And as I said earlier on, it's testament of his personal achievements in life and his success as a small business owner. And I know many of his clients that as well that I bump into, and they speak very highly of him and the service he provides them. So if I was to say that I would highly recommend Steve to anybody that wants to do business with him.